Show you some upgrades while the truck is clean and taken apart. Metal diff housing, metal braces, front and rear, Hitec servo. The stock servo didn't last long at all. Wheel extenders, 1 inch, DGI I believe is the brand. T-bone bumper rear, T-bone bumper front. Here's the stock motor mount with Leopard motor mounted to it, and it's twisted. I don't know if it's from the power of the motor or because the truck rolled over. It was a minor flip over. So if that's what caused the motor mount to bend by itself, that's already very weak. But it's slightly twisted. I don't know if you can tell from this, but it's not straight. So I'm replacing it with this beauty. And that's a nicely machined piece. Can't wait to see what it looks like inside the truck. Now you can see how sad the stock motor mount really is. I had to cut it with the Dremel tool to make this bad boy fit in there because of the pinion size. It just didn't fit. I had to Dremel it, and it was just, even before cutting it, it's a sad looking little piece with plastic. This is plastic and this is aluminum, and this is the new one. Probably not saying this right, Vitavon or Vitavon, however you want to say it. But the piece is very nice. Much nicer than stock. I took the center diff apart. It's time for maintenance. It was transferring way too much power to the front wheels. It was diffing out like mad. So I'm gonna put really thick diff fluid in there. I think I got 1 million. I have to check. If not, it's 500,000, which probably won't be thick enough. I think 1 million is what this needs, but it'll be better than what's in there now. And we'll replace the bearings too. Nice fresh bearings. Okay. So the inside of the diff has been cleaned, all the gears have been cleaned, and the fluid has been removed, cleaned as well as I could. It could be done a little bit better, but it's good enough. And now we're gonna put in new diff fluid in there. All I was able to get is 500,000. Million would be better. Some people put in earplugs in there and completely lock it. I don't think that's a great idea for the longevity of the differentials. This stuff is so thick, it barely pours out of the bottle. And that's the biggest hole I could make on it. Right, new diff fluid is in there. Now we have to wait a while for all the bubbles to get out. And I'm guessing it's gonna take a long time because this fluid is thick. Okay, new fluid is in there. Time to put it back together. Okay, so here's the center diff fully assembled. New bearings, new fluid inside. And I changed this gear too. Not because the other one was worn out. It's because it had damage on it from me installing it wrong before. Anyways, so this is how it looks fully put together. The cups are not showing anywhere after almost 2 years of use, which is very nice. Usually all my other RCs would show quite a bit of wear on the cups, and this is showing none after 2 years. And it's not like I'm using the truck. There is grease on the bearings to protect it from water, because I mostly play with my RCs during winter, so they're always in snow and water, and this protects them quite well. There is grease on both sides of the bearing before I install them. Okay, so the motor is in. thread lock. And this is how the center diff goes inside. I like it a lot better than the stock setup. So the motor is installed. The cover is on top of the cover that closes on top of the center diff is on. Everything is thread locked. Much nicer than stock setup, which is that, versus this. Sad. Nice. The motor mount has been installed. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it's much sturdier than the stock piece. I love it. Probably get some other pieces from Vitavon, however you want to pronounce it. I really like them. The quality of the finished piece is superb. It's been machined very nicely. This cover comes off so you can see the motor pinion and set it properly. There are 3 screws holding the motor, 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, not the motor but the motor block. Very nice.